Hey, and welcome to my weekend Nutrisystem Flex menu for Saturday and Sunday. This is week 10 on Nutrisystem, if I got my calculations correct. If you watched my regular menu planning grocery haul, you know that I have knocked myself down to 1,500 calories, which is not a stretch from what I was eating before, because I just wasn't eating everything that Nutrisystem suggests for me to eat. Because even though they say you can lose weight like that, to me it seemed like too much. And so from the beginning, I never ate at all. Even when I was losing weight or gaining weight or stalling, I still never ate everything they told me to eat. So instead of planning all that and just hoping for the best that I'm not going to eat it, like, okay, well, it's there, you can eat it if you want to, I fixed my menu to take off the power fuels and the smart carbs that I don't need to keep my calories at or around 1,500. So there's going to be times that I'm going to go under, sometimes I'll go over, because a power fuel is not a set amount. A smart carb is not a set amount. The calories range from 80 to 120. Then how many extras you use. Little things like that. Of course, my coffee, I don't count it. I mean, I know it adds calories, and just because I don't count it don't mean it's there, but I don't count it to the point to where I figured in on anything. Y'all know how I feel about that, so we won't even have to go there. But my menu, I have down what David can eat and what I can eat. So I know the way I have my menu fixed, it's easy for me to tell. So I know what I could eat and where to stop. Not, oh, there's a smart carb on the table, you can have it if you want it. No. I have it fixed to where I can hover around that 1,500 calorie mark. That's where I want to stay. So this weekend's menu is pretty doggone simple. Not much fanfare. So we'll just get started. Maybe I'll tell you what I can have, and then I'll add on what David can have in addition. How about that? So for breakfast, I want to make some mini dash protein waffles using the protein pancake mix that I got at Trader Joe's. The syrup will be an extra. Then turkey bacon and an egg. David can have extra egg and some hot cereal if he wants it. Lunch, a pita pizza. So the pita is going to be my smart carb. The two power fuels I get will be the pepperoni and the cheese. David can have extra cheese and some kind of smart carb if he wants it. He can figure that out when the day comes. And then for a vegetable, I thought we'd have a salad because I made up a bowl of salad. And the dressing will be an extra. Let me tell you about extras right quick. You get 3 extras a day. I don't use them through the week. Very rarely. If I use a salad dressing. But as far as adding extras to my meals, I very rarely use one. So if I use more on the weekend, I just borrow from there. This is how I view extras. I view my extras the same way that Weight Watchers views their weekly points. Here you have dailies. I have dailies. Here are your weekly points that are above and beyond your dailies, and you can use them however you want to through the week. That's how I view my extras. I don't say, okay, well, you get 3 today. You didn't use them, so they're off the board. I get 21 extras a week, and I pick and choose when I want to use them. So as long as I don't use more than 21, I don't think in the scheme of a week's time, if I eat them on Thursday and Tuesday, it's going to make a difference calorie-wise, weight-wise, any other kind of wise than if I eat 3 every single day. I don't even eat all 21, so I think I'm doing good. But I just wanted to explain it to you because each day I use 4 extras, so I'm pulling from the rest of the week. I just wanted to explain how I do those. I think I have before, but I'll tell you again. Then for supper, I'm going to make a steak sandwich, peppers and onions. I have that shaved beef that I got at Trader Joe's specifically for the sandwiches, and with some cheese. Now here's where I'm going to do my smart carb. My smart carb is going to be onion patties because of the binding that's in it. It would give it a smart carb. And I'm also going to count it as my vegetable because it's onions. Well, the lavash, and I misspoke on one of my menu, what I ate videos. I had my calories wrong, and a couple people called it, I didn't catch it. A half of a lavash is 60 calories. That's not a total smart carb. So I'm going to count it as 2 extras because an extra is 10 to 35 calories. So I'm going to count that as 2 extras. And then I still have my smart carb for the onion patties. Snacks. Snacks, I plan all 3. Sometimes I don't even get to plan all 3. And we will either eat them or we won't, but they're there. This one I'm pretty sure we'll eat. A vanilla pudding parfait with a birthday cake Fiber One bar. Pretty sure we'll eat that one. And then peanut butter and rice cakes or some cheese and crackers. Now for Sunday, Sunday's what day? If you know me, you know it's race day. I think next week it's going to be Saturday race night, which is always fun under the lights. So we're going to have our usual stuffed French toast. Now this is where I've got to work. I'm going to have some turkey sausage. David can have an egg, and then he gets a smart carb, so he could have some hot cereal if he wants to. Normally I count my berries as a smart carb, but here's the thing. My smart carb is the bread in the toast. The yogurt, I'm going to have to count that as an extra. It is not enough to be a power fuel, so I never count that as a power fuel. The egg that I make the French toast, that'll be a power fuel. I never use a cup of berries for my topping. That is way too much. So like the half a cup or whatever I use, I'm going to count that, as an extra. Because there's hardly any calories in a half a cup of raspberries. That's the kind of berries I'm going to use. So that's how I'm doing that. Okay, lunch. I couldn't think of anything fun. Nothing inspired me. So I thought, depending on if we have onion patties left, I'm pretty sure we will because I think it makes a lot. I hadn't made it in a long time. It's a dish with D. It's actually from her and Jones church. They had a cookbook and they sent it to me, and so it was a recipe in there from Dish with D for Denise. So if we have onion patties left, which I'm sure we will, that'll be my smart carbs. So I can't have a sandwich because I can't have bread. That's 2 smart carbs that I don't get. So I thought, if I have the onion patties left, I'll just maybe have a pouch of tuna and a boiled egg. David, he can have a sandwich. He gets 2 proteins. He can have meat, cheese, double meat, whatever he wants. He can have an extra smart carb on top of his onion patties. And I did not plan a vegetable. We may have another salad with it because I have plenty in the fridge. If we do, the dressing would be another extra to pull from the rest of the week. Supper is a Nutrisystem recipe that David found that he thought he wanted to try. He thought it sounded good. Chicken chili and cornbread casserole. That will count as a power fuel and a smart carb. So that takes up my carb right there. And then for the other power fuel, I thought maybe I would add some cheese to the cornbread. I thought that sounded kind of good. And then I'm going to make some okra for a vegetable. For snack, I'm pretty sure this is one we're going to have too. Apple nachos with the peanuts. And instead of peanut butter, but for me, I can only have 1 protein. That would be the peanuts. I'm going to use the PB2 as an extra and either sprinkle it on or reconstitute it and drizzle it on. I can't decide. And then some chocolate syrup, which is a free amount. Then some cheese. Listen, we might have all these snacks because all these snacks sound good. This one I've had. We have tortilla chips left from last week. I weigh them out on the scale and weigh my cheese on top of it, pop it in the microwave, let the cheese melt, and then dip it in salsa. So I thought we might do that. And then pretty sure we'll have this one too. The other half of the vanilla pudding, and this time either a chocolate Fiber One bar or I think we still have cinnamon, a couple lemons, and that way I won't have vanilla pudding sitting in the fridge tempting me to eat it because it counts as a power fuel and an extra because it's made with skim milk. Now, is it enough skim milk to count as a power fuel? No, but am I counting it as a power fuel? Yes. I could probably have, it takes 2 cups of milk. 1 cup of milk is a power fuel. So technically I could have 2 servings of pudding to count as a power fuel and count 2 extras. But I'm just going to count it. I'm just going to count it as the protein and be done with it as I stand right now. I can have a cheese stick with it. It wants vanilla pudding in a cheese stick. Technically, I could, though. So anyway, that is my menu. Excuse me again. That is my menu for the weekend. I told you it's just kind of plain. I just wasn't feeling very festive, I guess you could say. But I think it'll be a good weekend. I think it's some good sounding food. Food doesn't have to always be some big hoopla. Just sometimes the simple things like a little pita pizza or a steak sandwich. Those are good. So that is it for me this weekend. And I plan on, knock on wood, being back for you tomorrow for Saturday Sayings. Fingers crossed it's something I know something about or have an opinion about. Mostly, that's what it comes down to, is just what comes out of my mouth. So if you're interested in just different topics that apply to weight loss, encouragement type things, then tune in tomorrow for Saturday Sayings. Until then, I hope you have a good Friday, and I will see you later.